View, California, but it's very pleasant inside the Chester F. Awalt Memorial Gymnasium here at Mountain View High School, where the Mountain View Spartans are hosting their rivals from Santa Clara, California, the Wilcox Chargers. My name is Mike Messner, and I'll be giving you all the action courtside. I'll tell you a little bit about these teams as we go forward. You should look for Wilcox to outscore its opponents, particularly in down the stretch. Both teams have pretty much identical scoring in the first quarter. One interesting aspect of the experience these two teams have had is that Wilcox has actually some experience in overtime that the Spartans at this point do not have. Wilcox averages about 60 points a game, Mountain View about 55. But the rest of the statistics really do tend to favor the Spartans. Rebounds per game and assists per game, those may be very important and even pivotal as we go through the action this evening. For Wilcox, you're going to be wanting to watch Braden Rosa, number 5, and number 22, Adrian Aguilar. Rosa leads the Chargers with 13.5 points per game average. Aguilar has 5 rebounds per game. For the Spartans, look for Jaden Miner. I'll say more about him in a second or two. He's got 18.8 points per game. That's over 3 times the national average. Jaden Feller leads the Spartans with 6.7 rebounds per game.
Number 2, Ben Aller.
As we're hearing the names being called, I'll tell you just a little bit about the standings here. In the De Anza League, Wilcox is currently holding 4th, right behind Los Gatos, Palo Alto, and Milpitas. That was in ascending order there. Mountain View is right behind them at 5th place. One thing that's interesting in terms of the two teams is that the Chargers come in on a 3-game losing streak. Mountain View won its most recent game. And so that may also, the morale of both teams may also play a role here. Jaden Miner, whom I mentioned a minute ago for the Spartans, is a stat leader. I said earlier he was 18.8 points per game. That is a league high. That's not just for Mountain View High School, and it's not just between the two teams that are on the floor tonight. He also leads the league in assists per game and steals per game, 3.8 assists, 1.1 steals. And his teammate Feller, number 12, leads the league in blocks per game. So these are numbers that you're going to probably see improved on tonight. And that's how this game gets started. There's Miner bringing the ball up for the Spartans along the left side. Now off to Chesley. Miner's got it again. Driving. Now back out. Going for 3, and it's good. That's Ben Mahler, whom I've known for quite some time, and he's got a 27% three-pointer average, so that's going to help matters. Wilcox bringing it into the forecourt. Good defense here by Mountain View, and on the drive, foul is called. That's Braden Rosa. I mentioned him a minute or two ago, and he'll go to the line. Braden's got a 67% free throw average and 54 points this season, and he's not going to get 55 just yet. Rosa is a senior, so this is one of the last times he'll be playing at the Awalt Stadium, and he gets number 55. And we got a 3-1 contest. Inbound pass. Miner now cross-court pass. Chesley had that, now Miner. Miner double-teamed. Chesley for 3, and he dumps it. He had a 35% three-point average coming in and a 42% from the floor. And Wilcox wants a timeout, and I can't say as I blame them. We'll step aside while they sort this out. It's 6-1 Mountain View in the early going. We're back at the AWalt Stadium at Mountain View High School, where the home team Spartans have a 5-point lead in the early going. Wilcox trying to get some offense going here. Driving, that was Rosa, I believe, and that's out of bounds. Braden Rosa. But it is going to be a turnover, and it's a Spartan ball. And it's stolen. Rosa there, and he almost got tied up there. But he does get the bucket, and it's a 63 contest. That was Lucas Santamaria who had it there. Was stolen. That one goes out of bounds, and you can see that Wilcox trying to lay it on thick with some backcourt defense here. It's been pretty effective so far. We'll see how Mountain View adjusts. Here comes Rosa. Rosa again, looking for an outlet, drives and sinks it. And just like that, we got ourselves a 1-point contest. See what I mean about the backcourt defense that Wilcox is trying to practice here. Minor. And I think there might have been one too many steps there. Wilcox takes over. Rosa bringing it up. Pass somewhat broken up. They maintain possession. Rosa looking for three, guarded by Mahler. Turnaround jumper, and it won't go. It's off the iron. But they get their own rebound, and Rosa has it again. In and out. Good rebound there. It was Ben Mahler, and that one will go. And strategic control of the game returning now to Mountain View, and it's stolen by Minor. Bringing it back down. It's a 3-on-2. Now things have settled down a bit. Minor for three, and it won't go. Tipped and rebounded there by Wilcox. That's Samaj Clark, number 2, with the ball. Trying to move into the screen. It won't work. Loose ball. And that one's going to end up on the ground. Samaj Clark, a point guard, a senior. Don't have quite as many statistics on him, but he does have a 50% three-point average. There's Rosa. Driving, now double-teamed. Dishes it out, and the pass is intercepted. Here come the Spartans, bring it up. 2-on-5. Now they get rid of it. There's Minor. Santa Maria setting a screen. Now it's back over. Three-pointer out of the corner, and it's perfect. That was Diego Inocencio, a 6-foot sophomore. Came in with a 34% from downtown. That was Adichie Kunati, number 10 there, with some good teamwork. Here come the Spartans driving very fast. There is Minor. Cross-court pass, three-pointer, won't go. Now Clark to Rosa. Rosa trying to settle it down. Now back to Clark. There's Kunati. Now driving is number 23. That was Cam Jones-Tran, number 23 with the drive there. It didn't go. Minor. For three, and it goes. Ben Mahler, 14-5, and right now, Mountain View is calling all the shots in more ways than one. Rosa driving, turning around in the black and laid in very nicely. That was David Mallinson, number 14. Now Mahler coming from around the left side at the post. Loose ball, but it's picked up again by Clark. And here he comes along the right side. Pass into Rosa. Rosa dishes it out. Oh, leaves that ball behind, and it's picked up by the Spartans. Chesley now, number 1. Along the left side, lays it in. 2 points, 16-7 now. Clark bringing it up. Screen there by Mallinson. Now he's stuck, double teamed. Rosa over on the far side. Going for three, and he buries it. Great shot there. And Wilcox is into double digits, 16-10. Minor bringing it up. Now, it might have been too many steps there. No, it looks like Minor's going to go to the line. Minor's got a 68% free throw average. He's a 6'1" senior. Has a great legacy in Mountain View, and his sisters also attended Los Altos High School. And there we go. Now an 8-point lead for the Spartans. Some substitutions. I'll catch up with those if I can. 2 for 2. Scoreboard says 18-10. I think that may be inaccurate. Rosa driving. Had a whole lot of spectators on that. Now driving again into the key, and it's dropped. 2 points. Good layup there. That was Cam Jones-Tran who got that, but Mountain View answers right back with 2 of their own. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Rosa bringing it up. Now directing traffic a little. Trying to break past, and just a little bit short. Now Minor's got the rebound. Coming up on the left side, now breaking along the left post, dishes it out, cross-court pass to Mahler. Mahler backs off to Minor. Minor brushing off his defender there. And that one a little bit deflected, and now fast break. They're going to have to put it up. And to no avail. Great attempt there, though, by Cam Jones-Tran, number 23. Well, we're 8 minutes into this contest, and we have a 20-12 score. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. Don't go away. Just about to begin the second period here at Mountain View High School. Jaden Minor, I mentioned his name a lot. He had a great first quarter, and he's got an amazing set of slashes that I will tell you more about as I'm able. Spartans. And the whistle goes. And there may have been a charge there. We'll get it sorted out. That was Yizhong Ma, number 21 there. Now Minor to Mahler. And that was Noah Shiraz, number 4, now driving across the left post, takes 2 steps and lays it in. And that's how this second quarter gets started. Rosa still in the game. Bring it into the forecourt. Now driving across the right post, taking a lot of steps there. Baseball pass over to the left side. Air ball! That one didn't get close, unfortunately. That was David Mallinson, number 14, who tried that one. And the Spartans have control of it again. Minor driving, cross-court pass. Mahler trying to find it now, dishes it out. Cross back to Minor. And that one nicked the rim, but they get their own rebound there. That's Shiraz, number 4. And a lot of bodies hit the deck there, and the referee saw all of that. And it looks like that's going to go against Shiraz, number 4. We don't have any statistics on how the Spartans do in terms of personal fouls per game. But that's the first foul that I can recall from this contest. Now Rosa at the top of the key. Couple of steps, nothing but net, as the late Bill King would say. That was Yusuf Iktish, a senior guard. Find out more about him a little bit later. Into the forecourt now. Mahler with a lane, trying to get around, and just in and out. Too much rim there, not enough net. Now, bounce pass, and that one's going to be too far, and Dylan Camacho, number 24, can't hold on to it. (22-14) now in favor of the Spartans. And Shiraz makes the inbound pass. Mahler takes it. Now back to Shiraz. Dishes that off, and a beautiful attempt there, but it didn't come off. And now, dished out. People take a tumble, and that's going to be a turnover. A little bit too much energy on that, and Rosa isn't about happy about that one at all. Ben Mahler to make the inbound pass. To Jaden Minor. Now Wilcox resuming the backcourt defense. Minor's not having any of it. To Mahler. Mahler up and down. Now tries to do a bounce pass, and again it's broken up. Now Rosa. Fast break. They slow it down. Now he drives in, and it's off the rim. He gets his own rebound. Now he's still in the key. Now he's got to get out of there. He does. Rosa again. Driving. And, oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Number 22, Adrian Aguilar. Looking to almost dunk it there. He'll go to the line. 75% of his free throws are made. That's Adrian Aguilar I'm talking about. But not counting that one. And that one is okay. So 1 for 2 on the free throws. Coming up on 4.5 minutes left in the half here. Mahler bringing it into the forecourt. Now Minor's tied up, double teamed, and he's going to have to give it up there. Spartans retain possession. Noah Kikuta, number 10, making the inbound pass for Mountain View. Minor having to go back to the backcourt. And blowing the whistle on Will Chesley. He traveled. And possession now goes back to Wilcox. Samaj Clark passing to Rosa. Rosa trying to get around. Pass that one almost went out of bounds. Pressure defense. Rosa's got it again. At Cam Jones-Tran, number 23, who had been the recipient, and that is going to be a tie-up. And it is going to go back to the Spartans, I believe. It is. And right now there's not a whole lot of consistency with Wilcox's offense. Their defense has been doing okay. They've been using some good backcourt defense. They've broken up some passes, but they can't get a sustained run of any kind. And Mountain View has been able to do enough to maintain a 6, a 7 as it is now, or an 8-point lead. And just before the clock expired on that one, Samaj Clark puts it away, 22-17. Minor into the forecourt. Driving along the right post, he's going to do it himself, won't go. Trying with the fast break, and he lays it in. Great job there. That was Zain Sharif, number 42, who got the bucket there. Now it's down to a 3-point lead now for the Spartans. Mahler for 3. No. Loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last one to touch it was Kakuta, number 10. But the Spartans will maintain possession. Shiraz with the inbound pass. No, I beg your pardon. He's going to go out and receive it from Chesley. 3 minutes to go in the half. Mahler. Driving again, going to do it himself. That one's off the iron. And he'll go to the line. Ben Mahler. 30% from the line. That'll help his average. Ben came into this contest tonight with 100 points for the season, and by the next time we call a game here at Mountain View, that will have gone up. Little struggle for the rebound there. Sharif to Clark to Rosa. Rosa, oh, with a baseball pass, and he may have stepped out. And Rosa's going to maintain possession. He'll make the inbound pass. Long pass back to Clark, who brings it back in along the right post. Now dishes it out. Three-pointer, and it's good. Jordan Slate, number 3. That'll help his average from outside the arc. And that one's laid in, and he draws the foul. Clever basketball there by Jalen Minor. Jaden Minor, I beg your pardon. 68% from the floor coming into tonight's contest. And he makes it a 4-point lead now. 2:22 left in the half. Clark brings it up. Now Rosa stampeding in too hard. That's going to go off the hands of number 14, David Mallinson. The Spartans have it again. Long pass and leads to, oh, it was an easy lay-in and it didn't go. Rebound now by the Chargers. Mallinson, and he doesn't get much of that. A nice swat there, and it's intercepted. Clark now has it. Laying it in, no, dishes it off to Mallinson. Mallinson can't get it to go, and that's out of bounds. Both players just lost the handle on that particular drive, although kudos to Clark for getting that interception on behalf of the Chargers. Now Minor bringing it back very slowly. To Mahler, now back to Minor, driving across the left post, and he banks it in. 1:26 left in the half. Closer game than before, but we've still got ourselves a horse race. 4-3, and it's perfect. Samej Clark. Now Minor at the top of the key, now to Mahler. Minor again. And that's off his foot, and Rosa there to recover it. Going for a layup too hard, and now it's rebound by Mahler, and here come the Spartans again. Passes, and again, that one's broken up. Clark again with a great turnover. Rosa dishing it off, and it's laid in. Good late rally here by the Chargers with Zayn Sharif getting that one. Now we got about 24 seconds to go in the half. Mahler bringing it in. It's only a 1-point game now. This is the closest that Wilcox has been since tip-off. Mahler's got 13 on the shot clock. Minor. Mahler for three. And nothing but net. And that's going to do it for the first half. So, Wilcox coming back strong after 12 minutes of not very much, and they have brought this to within 4 points. So, heading into the third period, when we catch up with you, it's Mountain View 31, Wilcox 27. We'll be back after halftime. Don't go away.
I'd like to thank the Cranberry Scoop. The Cranberry Scoop is an iconic gift boutique in downtown Los Altos, providing unique items in a charming retail space. The Cranberry Scoop, the gift store that locals love. And we'd like to thank Jen Paulson. Jen Paulson brings unparalleled design development skills to real estate that helps her clients reach their dreams. Jen is the top 1% of realtors in California. Born and raised in Los Altos, she's dedicated to the local community. Jen Paulson, Silicon Valley's top realtor, the realtor for you.
Well, we're just about ready to launch into the second half of this contest between Wilcox and Mountain View. The first quarter was all Mountain View. There's really not a nicer way of saying it. But in the second quarter, the Chargers really did live up to their name. They charged back, and although it did take them the majority of the second period to get a consistency in their offense, they are now only 4 points behind in a game that is still anybody's match. The third quarter should be interesting because Mountain View has the experience of outscoring its opponents. They average 14.4 points in the third quarter. Wilcox only averages 12.3. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The people that I recommended that you watch have lived up to their reputation and lived up to their promise. Braden Rosa for Wilcox has been all over the place. Jaden Minor has done wonders for the Spartans. We have not seen quite as much of number 12, Jaden Feller, for Mountain View, so let's see what kind of a role he plays. And we're off. Minor into the forecourt. Quickly to Chesley. Chesley back out to Minor. Minor fumbles it, has to drive across the right post, puts it up, gets his own rebound, and puts it down. And that's how this third quarter gets started. Now Wilcox, Clark, Rosa, and now Rosa looking for somebody to dish it out to, and he finds one. Rosa now for three. Nothing but net. And we're back to a three-point game. Minor into the forecourt. Now between him and Mahler. Mahler pivoting on his left foot. Now pounce to Chesley. Chesley, open aim, and it won't go. It's off the iron. Clark with the rebound. Mountain View not using any backcourt defense. It's a big contrast to their counterparts in black. Rosa trying to jump shot from the foul line, and he'll make it. And now all of a sudden, just like that, we have ourselves a one-point game. And Wilcox in a position maybe to take the lead if they can prevent Mountain View from scoring on this next drive. Minor, cross court to Chesley. Chesley dishes it back out to Minor. Now, Chesley for three, and that one's in and out. And there's going to be a loose ball foul. And I'm not sure who that was against, but it appears that 24 on Mountain View was the guilty party. Now Rosa to Clark, back to Rosa. Rosa pivoting, dumping it off, and just in and out. It remains a one-point game in favor of Mountain View. Minor dribbling behind his back all the way across the court, and that one sneaks in. Diego Inocencio with the three-pointer. And it's 36-32, and we have a timeout in the action. Don't go away. We're back from that break in the action. One thing I'll remark to as we're waiting for the action to resume is that although there has been a smattering of fouls, neither team has really gotten into foul trouble. So far this half, there's one team foul on Mountain View, nothing for Wilcox. There was no issue in the first half either, so we'll see how this all plays out. Rosa spinning around, dumps it off, and too hard off the glass. And here come the Spartans. Minor breaking past Clark along the right post and banks it in. 6-point lead again for Mountain View, which has been the story for most of the night. Rosa, oh, and that one's going to be knocked out, and it looks as if Wilcox is going to maintain possession, and they do. Rosa's going to do the inbound pass. Clark had to do an over and back there. Camacho's over in the corner waiting for a pass. Clark takes it himself, and he takes a spill along with Chesley. He may be feeling that one for a little while. And he'll go to the line. Clark's got a 64% free throw average. He's got now a chance to cut the lead to 4. It's already cut to 5. Favoring that hip just a little bit. I hope he's okay. In and out. But a rebound there, and it's put up again. I think that was that Camacho. No, that was Iktish, number 25. And it's a 4-point lead now. Minor trying to do it himself, and he's going to get tied up. That was Camacho. I think he was the guilty party. It'll be an inbound pass over on the far side by Mahler to Minor. Baseball pass to Chesley over in the corner, and now back to Chesley. Chesley not sure what to do with it. Low bounce pass, and I think that may have gone over the line, and that is going to go now back to the Chargers, who are now only down by 3. A well-placed shot could tie this ball game. Braden Rosa along the right post, now dishes it out to Camacho, pivoting on his left foot, dishes it off, and just like that, we've got ourselves a tie game. And that is something we have not seen hardly at all ever tonight. 4:10, and it's 38-38. Minor, and a pull-up jumper there. That's Santa Maria, number 25. Now here comes Clark driving by and lays it in, and it's tied at 40. And just like that, Rosa muscles it up, and he's going to be drawing the foul there. And that may have been Iktish, number 25. Now we got 2 team fouls each. And you can expect that those are going to increase as the night wears on, particularly if this is a close game. Minor brings it back to a 1-point lead now for the Spartans. Looking for a second free throw, and he gets it. Iktish with the inbound pass to Clark. Clark into the forecourt now. To Rosa. To Camacho, way long, but Camacho gets his own rebound and puts it away, and it's a tie game again, 42. And hats off to the Chargers for making a comeback after not getting the consistency that they've been looking for all night, but now they're in the thick of it. Oh, we got ourselves a charge there. Camacho was the one, I think, who took the dive there, or maybe it was Iktish. I only saw the 2. 3:12 to go here in the third quarter. Iktish to Rosa. Clark. Just inside the arc, and he makes it. And Wilcox has taken the lead. This is the first time all night that has happened. Lead by 2. Mahler now. Now picks up a long pass, or a high pass that is, and that's off the iron, and Camacho gets it. Yizhong Ma was the one who had thrown that long pass to Mahler in that last drive. Clark driving along the right side, dribble behind his back, now dishes it out, and Iktish gets 3. And it's a 5-point lead for the Chargers. Holy Toledo. Now Mahler brings it back up. Now for 3, and it's good. Noah Shiraz. Still a 2-point lead for the Chargers. Let's see what happens. And for 3 is Clark, and it's in and out. Shiraz with the rebound. Gives it to Mahler. Now in Asensio, and that's off the iron. Chesley with the rebound, walks back out, and drops 3. And Wilcox would wish that they had that one back because they just gave up the lead. There's a mental error there. 1:25 to go in the period. Rosa. Pull-up jumper, that's off the side of the backboard, and it's out of bounds. And now there's a timeout. So we've got ourselves quite a contest now. 1:19 left to go in the third period. It's 48-47 Mountain View. We'll be right back. Taking a look at some of the officials that you see over by the door there, you can see the man in the tie is Dr. Eric Volta. He is the superintendent of the Mountain View Los Altos Union High School District. He's the guy who pays me my living. And then we also have Tim Lugo. He's the athletic director of Mountain View High. Great to see him on hand tonight. So Mountain View with the ball. Bringing it in. That's Shiraz now to Mahler. Mahler driving. Too hard. It's tipped, but the Chargers get it. Clark once again. And that one's way too long, and nobody saw that. That was Kunati, number 10, who ended up with it. And he did something the referee didn't like, and the Spartan bench absolutely loves it. So now we're back to the backcourt defense. Mahler trying to get around Kunati. And he does, and it's too hard. He tries to push it back up. It won't go. For three, and that one won't go. Mahler gets the rebound. We got less than the shot clock left. Rosa with the fast break. Pulls up, won't go. Loose ball, it's out of bounds, and Wilcox is going to keep it. Whew, that was exciting. 26 seconds on the game clock for the third period. Officials discussing about who may have committed the infraction. And they're resetting. It's 28 seconds exactly now on the scoreboard clock. Looped up, and they tried to tip it in. And Iktish screaming bloody murder. And he'll go to the line. Yusuf Iktish, a senior who has never missed a free throw in a game situation this year. Until now. That's his very first miss of a free throw. But an overall shooting percentage of 79%, so still not too shabby. And that one won't work. So this is not going to be a night he'll remember well when it comes to his free throw statistics. Miner bringing it in. Double teamed over to Mahler. Is that Inocencio? Okay, now it's Mahler to Miner. Miner driving. And in the block, caused the foul. 6 seconds left on the quarter score clock. Miner at the line. I think that may have been Iktish who committed the foul. Now it's a 2-point margin in favor of the Spartans, but we've already seen that Wilcox can and will come back from deficits. They've been doing that all night. That one's off the rim. Here comes Rosa to Clark. They're going for three, and that one's off the glass. And that's how we wrap up this third period. So, as I said to my producer a little while ago, we have ourselves an old-fashioned horse race. It is 49-47. We'll be back for quarter number 4. Don't go away. As we get ready to start the fourth quarter, both teams are going to be busy tomorrow evening as well. Mountain View will be playing against Los Gatos. That's a 7-7 team against an 11-3 squad. Wilcox will be playing at Gunn. Both those games will be happening at 7:45 in the evening. Gunn at a 5-7 record. So those will both be great contests. All right, starting the fourth quarter off. Here's Clark. Dishes it out to Iktish. Back to Clark. Rosa trying to direct traffic a little bit. Setting up the screen. Pivots. Clark's got it again. 8 on the shot clock. Got tied up in the right post for 3, and it's good. Dylan Camacho. And now back to the end. Then Camacho doing the backcourt defense on Mahler. To Chesley. Now back to Mahler. Mahler driving and gets it down. And it's a 51-50 game. Pretty high scoring this early in the season. That's a good sign. Clark trying to muscle it up. It goes. Is it going to count? Looks like Clark's going to go to the line, but they haven't changed the scoreboard yet, so maybe they're not going to count that basket. 51-50. And Clark. All right, that finally did get counted, so it's 53-51 in favor of Wilcox. My goodness, this is a close game. And Camacho with the foul on Mahler. One team foul each now in this period. Chesley to Mahler. Mahler over and back, I think. No. Iktish said he can't do something. And he wasn't happy about it, and you can hear the Mountain View fans reminding him of his transgression. Chesley to Mao off the foot of Rosa. So we're going to come back and do that again. Into the corner. Mahler. Double teamed. Trying to find somebody to pass it to, and it's intercepted by Clark, who dribbles behind his back, heading up towards the left post, driving, dishes it out. Three-pointer, no, too long. Santa Maria got the rebound. Now Shiraz. And now Mahler. Bounce pass. Muscles it up. Tipped around. Santa Maria, last person to have it, and then the whistle went. Two team fouls now on Wilcox. Officials discussing it. Mahler's going to do the inbound pass. There's 6 minutes exactly left in the game. Chesley. Santa Maria with the screen. Now to Shiraz. Shiraz driving across the left end. He lost the handle of it, and that's going to be a turnover. Shiraz averaging less than one turnover per game. That won't be improved after that little mishap. And Wilcox with a 2-point lead, but both teams have shown that you can't rest on leads that small. Banked by Clark, and did I say a 2-point lead? I meant a 4-point lead. How silly of me. Now Minor. Off the screen. And that's going to be a foul on Wilcox. That's 3 team fouls they've got. Santa Maria now pull up by Minor, and it trickles in. Sorry, that was Inocencio at the inbound pass. I beg your pardon. Here comes Clark. Clark driving. We've seen this all night, and he puts it away again. And Mountain View hasn't figured out an answer. Now down by 4. They've got to score points, that's for sure. And wait a second, the Wilcox bench likes what they're seeing, and that's another turnover by Mountain View. Jaden Minor, who did come into the game with over 3 turnovers per game. So if there is a chink in his armor, that is probably it. Now a pull-up jumper from the top of the key. Loose ball. Mountain View thinks they have it, but again, triple teamed there. And that's off of a Mountain View player, and Wilcox is going to get it. Now a couple of substitutions. Chesley coming back in. So is Shiraz. Rosa going to make the inbound pass to Clark. Clark now back to Rosa. Rosa looking, turnaround jump shot, it won't go, too hard. Minor with the rebound, and it's going to be 3-on-1. He's out of bounds, but he does manage to get the pass off, and it just drops home. That was Noah Shiraz with the layup, which very nearly went the other way. Still a 2-point lead for Wilcox. Iktish to Clark. Clark trying to get his footing here. Driving. That one too hard. Loose ball. Still in bounds. It's still being bounced around. And Wilcox is going to maintain possession. And they have a chance to build on their lead. 4:03 left in the game. Clark has it now. Rosa going for three. No, that may have been an air ball right there. An attempt at the rebound there. It's going to go back to Mountain View. Dylan Camacho with a valiant attempt to keep that one in play, but it's a Spartan ball. Shiraz with the inbound pass, and now Minor trying to slow things down, but his team is down by 2, so he shouldn't slow him down too much. $17 on the shot clock. Trying to work it in, and that one, I don't know if that touched another Spartan player or any kind of player, but it is going to be a Charger ball. 3:30 to go, and the Chargers have a 2-point lead. Clark. Now back out. Iktish has all sorts of white jerseys around him. Now back to Iktish, lays it in. No, that was Rosa, I beg your pardon. And now it's a 4-point lead with under 3 minutes to go. Reversal of fortune indeed. Now Minor off the screen by Mahler. Now Mahler for 3, and he drops it. And we got ourselves a 1-point game. And Mountain View asks for a timeout, and they get it. This is a contest that was just what we hoped we'd get. And you're seeing it here on KMVT. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back here at Mountain View High School, where the Chargers clinging to a 1-point lead, and they have led the majority of this last period. And Mountain View, while they've been more consistent, they have yet to find an answer to Samej Clark and the drive across the right post, which he's done successfully all night long. Now Rosa trying to behind the back pass. It didn't work, and here come the Spartans. It's a 2-on-3. Chesley now settling it down for 3, and it's off the iron. Here comes Clark. Driving, nobody's stopping him, and he lays it in. Back to a 3-point lead. We got 2 minutes to go. Mahler driving, trying to dish it out now. Chesley for 3. No, won't go. And I understand the desire to even the score, but just not hitting from outside the arc. Now, Clark using the clock. 16 on the shot clock. Now trying to get around. Driving, and it's off the side of the backboard. Another attempt won't go. A third attempt won't go. Loose ball. Clark's got it. Jump shot. No, it's passed under. Nobody to throw it to. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be a Mountain View ball. And that might be a critical error right there. Mahler bringing into the forecourt. Passing it off. That's into the key, and all sorts of black jerseys. And they'll get a foul off of that. The fourth team foul for the Chargers, and that may be their undoing as we're headed into bonus territory before too much longer. Lucas Santamaria. He's a junior. He's played 13 games. I believe this is his first year on the varsity. .38% shooting average, 100% from the line before tonight, and that definitely is not going to help. Inocencio with the rebound. And that is going to be a turnover. 1:04 to go. 61-58, which is the kind of score you would get in college games. And now we got a stoppage of play. Iktish coming back into the game for the Chargers. And are we going to have any more substitutions? Mountain View coach having a little bit of discussion, and now the refs talking to the scoreboard operator. And some decision has just come down that favors the Spartans. And I think they are going to keep possession. And Rosa, having a chat with the referee, doesn't like it a bit. Looks like we're going to have a quick timeout here, and we'll step aside while both teams figure out what the next 64 seconds of this game are going to look like. It appears that there was a tie-up between the two teams, and the jump ball, or what would have been the jump ball, will go to Mountain View by virtue of what? I am not certain. Mahler with the inbound pass to 25 to Santa Maria. And now Mahler, turntable. Santa Maria, and it won't go. Mahler for three. No, it's off the iron. Mad dash to get that one. Rosa comes up with it. Does draw the foul with 41.8 left on the ticker. Still a 3-point lead. And I believe they've called another timeout. Mountain View has 3 timeouts remaining. The Chargers have 2. Make that 1. So this is going to be a very interesting few seconds, the last few seconds of this game. Lots of things are going to play into who comes out with the dub tonight. If we do go into overtime, I think I mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, Wilcox knows how to put an opponent away in overtime. They have played at least one overtime game this season. Mountain View has not. May or may not be a factor. We'll have to see. Wilcox ball. Inbound and drew the foul. Old-time strategy here of trying to buy as much time as they can. That's the 3rd team foul on the Spartans. Rosa to Clark, and another foul. Four team fouls now for each of the squads. Now Clark gets it. Trying to pass, and again, a backcourt foul. That's 5. And Samaj Clark. That one's in and out. Remaining a 3-point lead here. And that one drops. 4-point lead now. And here comes Miner doing it all himself, and he does drop it, bringing it to a 2-point deficit. And we have another timeout, and that may be, depending on who called it, that may be the last one. So 2 timeouts remaining for Mountain View, 1 for Wilcox. 2-point margin with 30.2 on the clock. And the Spartans in foul trouble. Not an enviable position to be in when you're down 2 after playing really good basketball all night. Rosa trying to make the inbound pass. Gets it to Clark. He's double teamed, draws the foul. Clark at the line again. Oh, unfortunate series of bounces there as the lead remains 2 points. So Mountain View still in a position where they could get the win here. And that one goes through. 3-point lead. Miner trying to overcome the backcourt defense. Mahler. Chesley drops it. But it may have been knocked out of his hands. I think Mountain View may retain possession. Now 19.8 on the clock. 3-point lead. One well-placed shot will tie this thing. Mahler is going to give the inbound pass. And another timeout. And that is the last of the timeouts for the Chargers. Mountain View still got 2. We're back, and Mountain View 3 points down, but also 5 team fouls. Mahler trying to make the inbound pass. He makes it to Miner. Miner looking for an opening. Baseball pass, it's tipped and it's out of bounds. Mountain View will retain possession. Now 12.1 on the clock. Wilcox cannot stop the clock at this point. And now Mountain View wants a timeout. And that's reducing them to 1. Still a 3-point deficit. Well, here we go. Mountain View retaining possession. They have 1 timeout left. The Chargers have none. Let's see if they'll be able to tie this. Inbound pass. They're going to need 3. They go for it, and it's way short. And Rosa with the rebound. Down to 5.8 seconds on the clock. And he'll go to the line. Rosa making it a 4-point lead. And the nails are being driven just a little further into the coffin of the Mountain View Spartans tonight. And that one's too short. Trying for 3, and they get it! And it's just too little too late as the time expired. What are we going to do here? It's a 1-point game. And they're going to put some time back on the clock. 6 seconds. I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind that. 1-point lead after the 3-pointer. So we are not quite done yet. I think that was an official's timeout. And here we go. So the 3-pointer will count, 64-63. And there's life in Mountain View yet. Just don't know how decisive it will be. Rosa with the inbound pass. Makes the inbound pass, and that is going to do it. Wilcox. Or do they? So there was a foul called. Time expired once again, but I can see some players headed down court. So we're going to see how this plays out. And they put 0.3 back on the timer. And that one's in and out. Aguilar is at the line. And here we go. This could be the decisive moment right here. And a last-ditch effort, and that is going to officially do it. So Wilcox pulls it out after a stalling engine for the first 16 minutes of this contest, and they capture the victory from the Spartans. Well, tonight I wanted to thank my cameramen, Josh and Curtis. Great working with you two. Thanks to Kip Glazier and her administrative team. Until we meet again, this is Mike Messner reminding you, run for the roses, but don't forget to stop and smell them. Good night, all.